Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tin Man's Corner channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor, and today I'm kicking back up my book reading series with Bigfoot and ghost books that I have in my collection right now. So I'm starting things back off with this book called They Saw Sasquatch, Close Encounters with Bigfoot. And I'm actually going to be reading 2 chapters out of here today because I already pre-looked these. And the first one is short. And the second one is too, so we'll just skim right by through them, alright? So, the year of this occurrence happened in 2004, and it was over at Big Bear, California. So, let's just see what these people wrote. Back in 2004, my older brother Henry had just bought a cabin up in Big Bear and had just gotten back from taking the family there for the weekend. He told that I was more than welcome to go up there with some close friends to enjoy nature. He dropped a copy of the keys in my hand, and the following weekend I headed up there with 7 of my closest friends. After late dinner, we were so stuffed we decided to go for a walk. The sky was beautiful and clear, and we were in awe of the night sky, when suddenly we heard the sound of breathing ascending from the mountain. But you can hear it so clear, and it sounded so loud, not like human breathing. Oh, Lord, you got a monster up in your presence right now. But yeah, here's a picture that they took of Big Bear Lake. But really, it does sound like a wonderful place to go. We all looked at each other and said, "Run!" We thought it was a bear, but the breathing was so strange and deep, like not normal by any means. We ran so fast back to the cabin and locked the door. We thought the bear was going to chase us back to the cabin and break the doors down because it was clearly running towards us. Because you could hear it getting louder and louder, thank God we never saw what it was. So just recently I was listening to Bigfoot encounters on YouTube when one of the witnesses on the show describes what she heard before she encountered a Bigfoot, and her description sounded just like what we heard back in 2004 on our Big Bear weekend. Sincerely, Veronica Acosta. I'm just glad you got out of there, Veronica. It ain't no need looking at what was making them noises unless it shows itself right then and there before you start running. But yeah, that is scary to even think about. I don't know why they thought it was a bear, because a bear would be making more grunt type noises. Anyway, the next encounter happened in 2009 over at Bumping Lake, Washington. A lady friend of mine and I were camping at Bumping Lake, Washington, which Bumping Lake sounds like a weird name already, but anyway, when we decided to go for a walk across the dam, we heard geese honk and fly over, so I'm thinking a dog, but I didn't see any other campers. When we got back, I'm making a fire. It's about 9 p.m., and as I was blowing out the fire to get it started, my friend noticed a head poking around a tree, and she watched it as I blew on the fire. My friend said this thing, she called it an ape, would get excited and move its mouth like it was blowing on the fire. All this time she didn't say anything. She's from Utah, so not knowing about Bigfoot. And the next morning she asked me about apes in Washington State. And here's a picture that somebody took of Bumping Lake. And it looks like it's got an old, I don't know what that is. I can't tell if that's an old tree stump or it might be a big rock formation right there. I don't know. Well, I started looking around and tracks were everywhere, and we started hearing wood knocking. So we went to look. I'm from the coast of Washington, so I know about these things. And when we got back to the camp, something had taken the fish, we call it, and our bread. I say something because we were the only people on the lake, and the stuff was in the ice chest in the truck. Thanks for reading. George Bozzard, Yakima, Washington. Well, thank you for telling us that story, George. But, yeah, a Bigfoot might have seen that chest and he started smelling around it. And if he realizes it's fish, he's going after it. No questions about it. Looking for food, just like any other animal. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed those two little chapters out of this They Saw Sasquatch book. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more book reading content like this. This has been another successful installment of the Tin Man Score channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor. And the next book I'll be reading is one of my ghost books. So stay tuned for that, and have a nice day, buddy.